Jessica. Today I'm going to be recapping my second semester of my second year of university. That means that I have a year and a half left until I'm finished, which is very exciting to say. It's gone very quickly as per a lot of things in my life at the moment. And I've also decided from this semester that I'm going to continue on with my masters and maybe even after that continue on to study, because I really found what I want to do with my life, which is something that I would not have been able to say this time last year. If you are interested to hear what I've had to say for all my other semesters, there'll be a playlist in the description box below, so go listen to those and see how much has changed, because a lot has. It's been really great that I've been able to document each and every stage that I've gone through. And if you're at university, then maybe you can relate to the different phases that you go through and how much you like uni, how much you don't like it, and everything in between. This semester I really enjoyed. I was studying some really interesting things, and I just all of a sudden felt like everything was just clicking into place. I felt like I was with a lot more people who were studying geography or environmental science, so all in this sort of earth sciences. So it was nice to consistently see people's faces in the tutes, and sometimes I had people who were in every single one of my tutes at exactly the same time, and you know, it was just nice to be able to see familiar faces, something that I felt like I didn't have in first year. It's kind of like in high school where you all know the same teachers and you all know the same sort of places and the same sort of content. And that's how I kind of felt this semester. I'd become close with a group of people because we'd all study the same thing. I always looked forward to Wednesdays because I got to see all of my friends that I had made in my tutes, and I would just really recommend and encourage everyone who was at uni to say hello to the people who are in their tutes, the people that you sit next to in lectures, for example. They can really open up your eyes and offer new opinions, which is something that university is all about. I really enjoyed the units that I was taking this semester. The first one was environmental policy and planning, which is really prevalent at the moment because of the UN climate talks that are happening. And in the unit that I studied this semester was the behind the scenes to policy and planning and the difficulties that it takes for negotiations and which issues we're actually going to deal with. And we had some really great guest lecturers come in from the government and also private industries and public industries, and it was just really interesting to hear their point of views and also see how you can apply the knowledge that we learn at university and then actually being used in the real world. The second unit that I took was one that I found so challenging in terms of the views and the opinions that the lecturer and just the course presented. It was for social geography, and that one really opened up my eyes to issues that I just was not aware of before or just didn't really regard as important. Each lecture was just really thought-provoking, which is something that I thought was going to happen more often at uni, but in reality it's usually the art subjects that really get those discussions happening. And the final unit that I did was a hydrology unit, which is all about water. It's the study of water. It was more of a maths based unit, and then towards the end of it, once we had learnt all the theory and all the formulas, it became more real world based, which is why that's really the part that I liked about that unit, was when it became more real world based, like the issues of urban water shortages. There's also covering climate change and how less water, how that impacts the supply of water. So I was just bombarded with water concepts and topics this semester. In terms of studying, I've gone back to writing my notes by hand in my colourful notebooks. I just found that when I was typing up my notes on the computer, it just was not sinking in, and also being on the computer and trying to study was also very distracting. I think I might do an updated study tips video because I really found that writing out my notes has been the best, and I've also tried a few new things. Something else that I did this semester was go to an event. I went to a gala ball. It was for a charity, and it was really fun because it was my first university party, I guess, that I went to. It was at one of the hotels in the city. I had a really good time. I went with some friends that I had met at uni, so that's also a good thing about becoming friends with people who are in your units, because you actually have somebody to go with when you go to these parties, for example. I would say that I'm not the... Going to parties is not at the top of my list of things that I want to do, but going to them occasionally, if they do come up and they seem like something that I would be interested in, I would give it a shot. As you can tell, I had pretty good things to say about this semester. I don't think anything was too negative, but overall I felt like I had a really great time, a lot of new experiences, new ideas, which is really what I thought university was going to be all about, and it's really nice to be actually being able to say that I'm experiencing what I expected I would be. So if you've had any similar experiences, or if you had a really great semester, or if you had a really bad semester, then I would love for you to share them in the comments below, because I guess the people who are watching this are going through the same things, or just want to be prepared if they are going to uni, and it's just nice to get other people's opinions. So put them in the comments below. I would just really love to read them. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!